My name is Lee Allen. I drove off because they're hitting my car and I feel threatened for my life.
Oh my God, no, Dad. Oh my God.
They said
Oh my God.
my car.
Oh my God.
Yes, I am. I'm headed east on.
Thank you for watching Auditing the Message. In this particular episode, we will watch a viral video circulating on social media. In the video, it depicts a black man surrounded by 5 individuals, and they attempt to remove him from his vehicle. It is entitled online as Blackman Driving a Nice Car. Was this a mistake of identity or a hoax, or did this really occur? Find out now as we unveil the truth. Okay, this is a big one. What you're about to see, if you haven't already seen, is this viral video that has been going around social media. I'm going to honestly tell you, when I first saw the video, I didn't believe it was real. I personally thought that maybe this was a fake video. Now, it was not based on any research or anything. It was just so unbelievable that I didn't believe it. In fact, let me show you what I saw. If you look here on the screen, you'll see where it says driving a nice car while black for more information in the comments. And I watched this video myself, and it's been circulated on a lot of different platforms. And even after watching the video the very first time, I personally had to know. Apparently, based on the comments online, what this was about was a black man driving this vehicle. And apparently, I thought it was going to be another one of those videos where, a police officer or someone, says something to him or profiles him. And then you're like, yeah, maybe it was racial profiling, maybe it wasn't, depending on where you fall. What I saw in this video was so unbelievable, I researched it and did a cyber investigation into this video. And what I discovered is going to blow your mind. And if it doesn't blow your mind, nothing will blow your mind. Now let's set up who was in this video. We're going to talk about a few individuals. First, this lady right here. Second, this man right here. Third, this man right here. Fourth, this man right here. And fifth, this man right here. Mr. Lee Allen has a story that is unbelievable. At the end of this, you're going to learn if this story is real or if this story is fake. I'll let you check it out and you'll tell me what you think. Also, I'm going to bring you information that is not on social media about this particular person in the video, and also a little history about this individual. And we will also see an interview of the other side of the story, which is absolutely phenomenal that I have. So I hope you have a little patience. Take a look at this video and we're going to break it down.
Get your ass out my way. Get your ass out my way. Get your fucking ass out my way. Record.
I am.
Get the fuck out of me! Bitch. Let's keep recording, so. Look out, man. Look out, man.
Get out of the fucking car! Get out of the fucking car!
Dad, what you got in the
Sorry.
Man, get out the way, man!
Can you get out? That's not
Press 911.
Max, call. Max, call.
I am with honey. What is he doing? Walmart on Sprague. Yeah, I'm at the actually at the intersection of Sprague and lock your door. Sprague, you got the one. Yeah.
Dad.
What you doing?
This is her car.
This is not her car.
Hey,
This is not her car.
Dad.
get out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
This is not her fucking car. This is not her fucking car.
Dad.
Dad, listen.
Dad.
Hold this.
Sit down.
Hello? We need help. Hey. Man, you... Dad, go.
Oh, Dad. Dad. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my... No.
Get out of my way.
Oh my god.
Now go.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, oh my god. Dad. Oh my gosh, oh my god.
It with bikes. I can't see anything. They're using bikes to hit my car. They're trying to open my doors. I got 2 kids in the car with me. My name is Lee Allen. I drove off because they're hitting my car and I feel threatened for my life. They said my
God.
my car. They're hitting my
Oh my
car.
god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yes, I am. I'm headed east on Sprague. I mean west on Sprague towards the McDonald's.
Oh my god, no, Dad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dad, the door. Daddy's on a motorcycle.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Like I got about 6 people attacking my car. Somebody just rolled on my hood.
No, Dad.
2 blocks. They're hitting my car with motorcycles and bicycles. I got a.
Right, Daddy's behind you.
I just turned off a spray.
Wow. Did I tell you? What were we just seeing? What you just watched was a real story. This happened in Spokane, Washington. A few months ago, we had this incident where this black man was leaving a Walmart. As you saw, he was approached by this white lady on the street who got in front of his vehicle. She stopped him and said, "This is my car. This is my car." She continued to say, "This is my car," accusing him of taking the car that he was in. Now, he, of course, responded, "That's not your car." But she was able to get 5 other individuals to interfere. You saw the one man put his hand in his jacket, stood in front of the car in a nefarious manner as if he had a handgun. Now, keep in mind, he has his 2 children with him. You saw the biker get out of his car, and he walked all the way around, opened his door, and tell him that, "Hey, that's this lady's car." And then when he stopped the man from reaching inside the car by closing his door, the man started kicking and hitting the car. On the other side, you saw the other gentleman try to open the door, and then you saw an object, which can't tell what it was clearly, an object, but it didn't like whatever he had in his hand was good. Then you saw another gentleman hit his car with a bike, and finally, the man jumped on the hood, trying to prevent him from leaving. The biker pursued him, and another man came after him too. This man was fighting for his life. He didn't know what was going on. And if you could hear his daughter, look at how afraid she was. Now, that's what we saw from his own video. Now let's see what it was said about this incident on the news, and let's see if this matched up.
Well, to a KHQ exclusive now, you've probably seen this post on social media showing an angry group of people surrounding a father and his 2 children who are at a Walmart in Spokane Valley. Sheriff's deputies tell us a woman thought that he stole her car, and people surrounded them trying to get them out. The problem is the car wasn't stolen, and at one point Father Lee Allen actually drives off with one person on his hood. Take a listen to the police dispatch.
They went westbound approaching Freya. I'll have the city take a look. Hopefully we can get some better information soon, but there might be a dude on the hood.
Tonight, Allen is speaking exclusively to KHQ's Noelle Lashley about what happened. Noelle.
Yes, Sydney. On Friday, Lee Allen went to the Sprague Walmart with his teenage kids to just run some errands, pick up some work pants, maybe a few other things. But today, he told me he never could have imagined what would happen to them when they tried to leave that parking lot. Deputies tell me the woman in this video owns a car like the one that Allen was driving and thought Allen's car was actually hers. A man passing by on his motorcycle then got involved when he heard the woman yelling, and then a third man then attacked Allen's car by throwing his bicycle at it, according to deputies. Allen says his daughter, who recorded this incident, is so terrified after what happened that she doesn't even want to get out of the car when they go places. He tells me he still can't believe his family went through this. Lee says after posting that video online, many of you have actually reached out to him offering to help him fix some of the damage to his car. And today, Spokane County deputies told me they are still searching for the man who threw the bicycle at the car in the video. So if you know who that person is, please give deputies a call.
So let me show you what I've learned forensically. After conducting a cyber investigation comparing the 2 videos, I found a significant difference between the online social media version of this story and the news report. On the social media, it was circulated a couple different ways. One of the ways it was circulated is that this man was attacked while driving a nice car. And that's it. You see that he's surrounded, but you don't hear really what the people are saying. But as I chose to get the original video, I got the original video from him, his page, not the one circulating on social media. So I was clearly able to hear the profanity and the things that were said by the person outside the window. As you see, is the white woman outside the window, the white man outside the window, and the multiple people hitting the vehicle. They were trying to get in the vehicle. They also said in the newscast that in the news report, they stated that they was going to get restitution for his vehicle being damaged. We need to find out if that happened. They said that the individual in it believed that the car was the white lady's outside and he was just a good Samaritan trying to help out. Let's see if that's true. So this got watered down on social media as just simply a misunderstanding. Let's investigate further and see both sides of the story. Now you're going to hear from one of the people who we saw try to remove him from the vehicle, the biker who also followed him and chased him. Let's see what happened in his version of the story.
Yes, Claire, today I talked with Lawton Miller, the man who tried to open the driver's side door in the video and then followed the car on his motorcycle, again, in that now viral video. Today he told me that this entire situation is due to a misunderstanding and he's paying for his choices. On Friday afternoon, Lawton Miller was leaving the Walmart on Sprague when he says he heard someone yelling.
She said, he's trying to steal my car. So I got out and walked over there and opened the door. Said, hey, this lady said you're stealing this car.
In response, the driver, Lee Allen, slams the door on Miller's arm. Of course, what Miller didn't know then, but does now, is that Allen was not stealing a car and was terrified for himself and his 2 children in the car with him. Back outside, Miller said he was going to back off until
This kid jumped on the car. I don't know what I do now. I got to get this kid off the car because I don't know if this guy knows that he's driving this car. If this kid falls off and he runs over and kills that kid, he's going to prison for murder. He's no good for his family anymore.
Miller says that's why he decided to start chasing the car. He says he was blaring his horn, flashing his lights, and pulling up alongside Allen to try and stop him so the man on the hood could get off. You can hear Allen's daughter scream in terror during the ordeal. Miller says he didn't set out to scare Allen or his family. He says he didn't know kids were in the car and has grandkids himself.
I don't harm kids. I raised a daughter. I have my family, man. I'm not no big bad biker. I'm grandpa with a bike. And I got pictures of me and my grandsons on the bike.
Miller says since the video was posted, he's been threatened online. He says he's not worried for himself, but he's worried for his family and wants Allen and his family to know he's sorry.
I got to stay away from my family altogether because I'm afraid somebody else or somebody might take in their own hands and then do something to my family. And this video comes out. She goes, "Dad, I love you, but I don't want to know you now."
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office told me at this point they don't think Miller will be charged with anything related to this incident, but they are still looking for the man who threw his bike at the car.
Okay, according to the biker, according to the news, Mr. Lawton, the man that you saw in the video with the beard, was an innocent bystander, good Samaritan, there to get this car back from this woman who said it was her car. He didn't ask questions. He didn't hesitate. He heard a woman yelling. He came to her aid, opened up the car door without asking any other questions, and tried to remove Lee Allen from his vehicle. Well, that's the story. He sounds like he's a grandpa with a bike. And from his perspective, his main concern was the man on front of the hood. And just to remind you, that's the man with his hand in his jacket who jumped on a hood, who was simulating having a gun. That was his main concern. Oh, and don't forget, he didn't see the two children, the one young man that was on the passenger side and the young girl screaming in the back seat. He didn't see those two people. Well, maybe if he had to take a little more time, he would have, but that's not judged. Let's see what Mr. Allen had to say. So as you can see here, you have Mr. Allen, and this is Mr. Allen's page. Now, Mr. Allen posted on June the 27th at 11:58 a.m. And oftentimes it's very difficult to find the original video. We didn't have the original video, but it was circulated by millions of people. Watered down. You couldn't hear the people cussing. But when you do a forensic or cyber investigation, the best thing is try to find the original video, and we were lucked out. Here we got the actual person. So he said here, and I'm gonna read it with you. He says, "I shared this video a few months ago, and it received a large amount of publicity. People from all over the United States, including around the world, reaching out to me. The day this happened, I could tell that these people were on drugs or homeless. Fast forward to today, Charlie Sheen shares my post of this incident and the video goes viral again. For all wondering what was the outcome was, it disgusted me. I gave up on justice. Officers informed me that Lawton Miller, the man that you saw with the beard, the motorcycle driver, was just trying to help, so he wouldn't be charged. Are you kidding me? He opened my door without my permission, chased us for 1/4 of a mile on his motorcycle, kicking my car and yelling effing derogatory N-word. I stated this in the police report and it took pictures of the damage. The zombie lady was charged with disorderly conduct, a slap on the wrist for a lifetime of trauma caused to my children. Supposedly they couldn't find the other guy that did the damage to my car. The guy on my hood, no follow-up from the prosecutors or anything. These criminals got a slap on the wrist for causing more than $5,000 worth of damage to my collector car. No restitution. I got so disgusted about the damage done to my car, I gave it away. A lot of people commended me on not losing my cool. I'm a very protective father. I have 6 children and understand the dangers of the world and strive to keep my family safe. I wanted to first have police called as a precaution on my behalf in case somebody got seriously hurt. Legally, I was protecting myself. The next step was to run everybody over. I'm glad it didn't get to that point. My son is okay, but this really changed my daughter. He posted pictures and then he continues. And he talks about, that's the information about that incident. So there's a problem. Remember, the video said on the media, one, that the guy was just a good Samaritan, but apparently he was calling him the N-word as he chased him, kicked his car multiple times on a motorcycle, and you saw the way he reacted and acted as he tried to get him out the car. And he didn't see his 2 young children. 2, the guy who jumped on the vehicle, they can't find him. The guy who hit the vehicle with the bicycle, they can't find him. And the woman, the white woman outside the vehicle, she gets disorderly conduct. Now, not to mix 2 stories, but just recently we had a story about an incident between an African-American woman, her daughter, and they had a Caucasian woman and her husband, where she pulled a gun to take care of herself. Now, these are different incidences, but look at the amount of patience this man had when his children and his life was in jeopardy. What would you have done? Well, apparently, in his incidents, he showed a extreme amount of patience. Now, was this publicized on social media? The fact that he didn't take their life. The fact he didn't run them over. They didn't talk about that. And the people who were in this video, all 5 of them almost got away scotch-free. Now, how's that work? This was another example of how much patience this man had. Now, you're not going to see that on mainstream media. So what have we learned from this? We're going to now look into who this man is and let you make that final determination. What would you have done under these circumstances? This is Mr. Lee Allen.
I've lived in Spokane for going on 20 years now, and I love this place. And you never think that would happen. It could happen to you or anyone else, but I was living proof that it can, and I just wanted people to just be more vigilant and watch their surroundings. Never had so much fear as, I couldn't think rational, and I knew that, I was going to keep my kids protected no matter what. I knew I had, if all else fails, I could just, step on that gas pedal and just shoot out like a rocket somewhere. But at the same time, I didn't want to hurt anybody.
Wow. As I told you, this story was deep. But what I'm about to reveal to you is even deeper. Not only did Mr. Allen show us great deal of restraint that most of us, if we're honest, can say we probably wouldn't have been able to do, but every story has a history, and this wasn't reported. We had Blackman driving a nice vehicle reported. We had a news report that talked about this good Samaritan biker who wasn't such a good Samaritan, calling him the N-word, kicking his vehicle and trying to force him out of his vehicle while he was trying to keep himself and his children safe. It could have went wrong 1,000 ways, but let me show you what I found in addition to this story, not ever revealed anywhere on social media about Mr. Allen. As you look at the screen, you'll see this news article published Tuesday, December 29th of 2009. My cyber investigation ran upon this item of information about Mr. Allen, the man that you saw attacked in the video. The title says, "Man stabbed as he surprises burglar in North Spokane," the same place Mr. Allen lives. It says a man who surprised a burglar in his garage suffered minor injuries Tuesday evening when the thief stabbed the resident with a tool, the victim's longtime girlfriend said. Spokane police officer Brian Eckersley said the break-in occurred at 228 East Empire Avenue about 6:30 p.m. Quiana Thompson said her boyfriend, Lee Allen, noticed as the family pulled into the driveway that a lock on the family's garage was broken. She added that Allen confronted a man in the garage who responded, "You don't want to mess with me." He lunged toward Allen and stabbed him with a tool, possibly a screwdriver, Thompson said. Allen told his girlfriend to get their kids inside and call the police. The burglar ran out of the garage and Allen chased him down an alley, but apparently didn't catch up to him. Thompson said police located Allen and drove him to Holly Family Hospital for stitches for a puncture wound on his forearm. Eckersley said the burglar was seen near Walton Avenue and Lidgerwood Street. He was described as a white or Hispanic, 6 foot tall, in his late 30s with a medium build. Thompson said she, Allen, and her children moved to the home last month. "It's like, welcome to the neighborhood," she said. Oh, that's right. This was Mr. Lee Allen. Almost 11 years earlier, he was stabbed trying to protect his family on a brand new home he just moved into. And a 6 foot tall, white or possibly Hispanic man stabbed him in his hand, or his forearm, I should say, when he was coming home. Now you're thinking, no way. But let me go a little bit deeper. Look at this. Here is Mr. Allen's page, having a great day with Autumn Murray Conley, Shelvin Allen Glassway Jr., Quiana Thompson, and watching our kids play. Well, Mr. Lee Allen tagged the same woman who was mentioned in the article in the same town, close to the exact same place. It was Mr. Allen. So now let's add that to this scenario. He's been stabbed in his forearm by someone 11 years earlier who's breaking into his brand new home. He chased the man down the alleyway after he received this injury, protecting himself and his children. And then 11 years later, he's surrounded by 5 white people outside of his vehicle who say, "You're in my car," and try to forcibly take him out the vehicle. And he still has restraint not to run everyone over. He still has restraint not to harm them and protect his children. Who is Mr. Allen? This is Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen with his 2 children in the back. His daughter, his son. He has 6 kids, but there are the 2 that were in the vehicle that day. Who is Mr. Allen? This is Mr. Allen. His family, the people he loves and cares for. When they was trying to take him out of his car, when they was trying to kick his car, run him off the road, his vehicle with his kids in the car, he was trying to come home to them. Who is Mr. Allen? This is Mr. Allen, supporting his family on the football team because he loves them. Who is Mr. Allen? This is Mr. Allen, with his children, active in their life. Who is Mr. Allen? This is Mr. Allen, a man who works hard for a living and has been stabbed, has been tried to be forcibly removed from his home, and still has the courtesy and the restraint to protect others and himself and his family. And just to make sure we know it's Mr. Allen, here's a video from his page. having fun with his family. That is Mr. Allen. And lastly, who is Mr. Allen? This is Mr. Allen. He owns his own company, Allen Concrete. Look at that work. Look at that work. That's what was at stake that day that someone decided to take Mr. Allen from his car. That is what was at stake when someone decided just because they could, they got 5 people to try to remove him from his vehicle. Was it racially motivated? I'll let you determine that. Or was it just a simple case of mistaken identity? It didn't get the airtime with that narrative online. What it got online was black man driving nice car, driving while black. I wonder if there was a problem with the narrative. Is that what we're faced with today that's not talked about? Is that the issue we need to work on? Well, you tell me. This has been another Auditing the Message.